Hi, this is the evaluation of the order trading system for May the 18th, 2021. We had 6 trades on that day, 4 were buys and 2 were short sells. First trade was CTRM. That's Castor Maritime Incorporated. Tripped at 11:50:10 a.m. at a price of 46 cents. It closed the day at 45.48. Up 2.48%. You can see it's up a little bit also early morning, so it's good that it's moving. I'm just looking at pre-market activity on the market, the market indicators, I guess, and everything is down quite a bit. So it looks like the market's going to be down today if that continues. Anyways, let's get back to this. We have a stock that closed below its tripping price, so we'll see. It tripped at 11:50, so I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking this was a short sell. No, this is a buy. So it tripped at 11:50. Okay, so it tripped here. Okay, it came up 46.50, came up 46, above 46, 46, 46, 04, 46. There was multiple points after its tripping price where it moved above its tripping price. So positive result is on that stock. We'll check the indicators to see if they're showing that. I know I was only indicating that, hey, it's only up a fraction of a cent, but we're talking penny stocks, and a fraction of a cent is a valid rise on a penny stock. Okay, OBV came up and then steadily declined. MACD, same thing, came up, decline, averages wise. DI came up, moved sideways, and end of day actually dropped. And Bollinger Band, same thing. It didn't come up drastically Bollinger Band wise. Well, again, we looked at the price, so the price was not moving drastically, and then moved basically sideways and then down the end of the day. So that stock is the way it went. Next trade is BLNK. That's BLNK Charging Company. Tripped at 12:55 p.m. at a price of 32.82. It was a buy. Closed the day at 32.95, up 7.15%. So that's a positive on that stock. We'll check the indicators to see if they're showing that. 12. Okay, yes, it's moving up fairly consistently in OBV. MACD's up pretty much, dropped a little bit and then recovered at the end of the day. DI, same thing, came up. You see that mid-afternoon it started moving down a bit, but looks like, well, pretty much moving down for the rest of the afternoon, DI-wise. But Bollinger Bands, it basically steadily moved up, dropped a little bit, and then moved sideways. So that's how that stock went. Next trade is IDEX. That's Idenomics Incorporated. Tripped at 12:10:25 p.m. at a price of 272. It was a buy. Closed the day at 283. It was down 1.74%. You see it's actually dropping even more so, but if you actually caught it at its tripping price, you'd still be above its tripping price, so you still would have made a profit even after its closing. So the stock is down, but you can still make a profit of it moving up. We'll see if the indicators are showing a positive direction. Definitely, which is interesting. So the stock itself looked like it pretty much was moving up the whole day. OBV wise, volume was moving up. MACD, pretty much the same thing. It did drop here in mid-afternoon, but basically looked like it was recovering again. DI, same type of thing, even though it seemed to be stabilizing on negative. Bollinger Band showed that it steadily came up, dropped a little bit, and moved sideways. So next trade is HBI. That's Hands Brands Incorporated, it tripped at 12:21:55 p.m. at a price of $19.66, and it was a short sale. It closed the day at $19.71, down 0.86%. You can see it's actually making a recovery here early morning. Let's see if there's any opportunity after a trip. 12:21. Yeah, okay, so it came down again. 1964. 1964. 1963. It's not consistently down, but there are multiple points after it. So almost an hour after the tripping price, it was below its tripping price. So that makes that a positive. Excuse me. Even though you can see the end of the day, though, it recovered. So let's see if the indicators are showing that. 12:21, 12:21, yes. So OBV came down. You can see that it came down, moved sideways a bit volume-wise, and you see the end of the day it started moving upwards again. MACD, same thing, came down, moved up. You see, end of the day it's actually dropping averages-wise again, and DI, same thing, came up, dropped, recovered it in the afternoon, but the end of the day it moved down again. And Bollinger Band, same thing, came up and moved in the end of the day. So the stock itself was moving negative in general. Next trade is EXAS. Excuse me. That's Exact Science Corporation. That tripped at 2:18:14 p.m. at a price of $99.99. It was a buy. It closed the day at 96.58. It was up 2.02%, but it looks like it dropped considerably from its tripping price. 218, yeah, let's see, it tripped here and just started moving down. So that stock, look, okay. 14, 18, 218, okay, so that's good. So OBB, not showing really strongly positive movement volume-wise, and you see the end of the day is where this negative aspect of where it basically lost some of its upward activity. And MACD actually, well, MACD is not showing the whole day, obviously, because it started collecting data a bit later, but it tripped around here and then dropped. So same thing, and it was moving sideways for the most part of the early afternoon. DI showing, no, it was fairly positive for most of the day, like a good, probably almost 2/3 of the day, and then that negative drop at the end of the day. And Bollinger Band, same thing, and then dropping the day. The stock is moving down, and there's no activity early morning, so I cannot say that that's a possible, because the fact is the indicators are at the end of the day showing, like the stock itself wasn't showing drastically negative in general, but the end of day there's nothing there to indicate that it's maintaining its positive movement, and you don't know if it's going to maintain it or reverse on the next day. Next trade is PEP. That's Pepsi Company Incorporated, tripped at 2:35:04 p.m. at a price of $145.82. It was a short sell. Closed the day at 145.51, down 0.45%. It's down 0.19 this morning, so the stock is still moving down. And we'll check the indicators for it just to see what that says. And OBV showing somewhat of a decline. MACD declining, made a bit of recovery late afternoon, but then end of the day it dropped. Same thing. DI showing that it was down quite heavily in the afternoon. A little bit of recovery late afternoon, but end of the day it dropped again, and same thing here. Bollinger Band came down, see that recovery, and then that dropped. So stock definitely was moving down, even though it had a bit of a recovery late afternoon. So that's 5 out of 6 stocks being positive, so it's 83%, and because we have no possibilities, it's also 83% possible. So that's the day it was. Not too bad. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.